Hey y'all, hey, it's me, Simply Just C, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how I achieve these bouncy, voluminous, flake-free curls on my natural hair by using only one styling product, honey. So if you would like to see how I achieve these curls, keep on watching. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. So I started out on freshly washed and conditioned hair, and I washed my hair the night before doing this style. All I did after I washed my hair was I added in a little bit of moisturizer. I use the Camille Rose Curl Love. So I just put that in my hair, brushed it down, and put it in some twists. So this is the next day. My hair at this point was about maybe 80% dry. So all I do is work in kind of small sections. I find that the smaller the section, the tighter and better the curl is, and the longer the curl lasts. So I just take down those twists, and then I kind of split that twist in half and work in that one section. Now I find that doing this style on wet or damp hair works a lot better for me and my hair type, which is low porosity, than when I do it when my hair is like dry or in a stretched state. The curls just last longer. It's a tighter curl for me. So I just spray it or mist it down a little bit. And then after that, I just brush it and kind of smooth it out. And I use my favorite, y'all, this is my favorite mousse. I use my favorite mousse, which is by the brand The Dew. And this is the Most Def texture foam, and that is the only product I used to achieve this style, was this mousse, and that's it. So I apply about 2 to 3 pumps to each section. I rub that in there, smooth it in, brush the hair down, and just really work on smoothing my hair. However your hair feels is kind of how those curls are going to feel and how those curls are going to come out. So do your best to really smooth each section before you braid it up and apply your perm rod. So at this point, my hair has been smoothed with the mousse, and now I just simply do a braid, a simple plait going down. So I split my hair to 3 sections and just braid down. Now I braid about 60% down the length of my hair, and then I leave the 40% out at the end, and that is the part that I curl. So yep, you just take that section once it's been smooth with the mousse, braid it about 60% down, and then we're going to move on to the next step. Before I apply the perm rod to the ends of my hair, I go through one more time with about 1 pump of the mousse just at the end, and I smooth that part of the hair down again, just with my fingers as well as my brush. Now right here, I realized that I had only braided down about 50% of the way, so I braided down just a little bit more until I got to about 60% of the way down. At that point, I just smoothed the bottom of my hair out one more time with the brush, and then I was ready to apply the perm rod. So when applying the perm rod, I start at the very end of the hair, which you're going to see here. And I take the very tip of that end of my hair and I wrap it around the perm rod. And then I'm going to begin to twist and kind of pull that hair down around the perm rod. Notice I didn't go up just yet. I'm just pulling it down and twisting it to make sure all of that hair is completely wrapped around the perm rod. That is so important. After that, I begin to corkscrew it up until I get to about 1 rotation past where the braid ends. And that just helps me not to have a weird line between the braid and then where the curl starts. So let's look one more time at how to apply that perm rod, because that's pretty much the most important step to make sure that your curl comes out smooth and you don't have any weird bends at the end. So again, I just apply 1 more pump of the mousse to the end of the hair. And let's take a look one more time at how I am applying this rod. So I wrap the end of my hair around the rod, and I'm pulling down and kind of just twisting it. I'm not going up the shaft yet. I'm just twisting the hair around the rod, and I'll kind of pull down and twist, pull down and twist. And that just makes sure that that hair is completely smooth. So at the end, my hair is not, sticking out and looking all crazy. It really smooths it out. Then I corkscrew it up to where the braid is, about one rotation past where the braid ends. Otherwise, you'll get this weird little mark there between the braid and the curl, and we don't want that. On the side of the screen, I'm showing a close-up of how I lock that perm rod in place. This is how it looked when I was all finished. I did run out of perm rods, so I used a few flexi rods, and it still worked out nicely. I sat under my hooded dryer for about 45 minutes. This part is optional, but I find that with this style, drying the hair about 80% of the way under medium heat really helps to set the curl as well as smooth out the hair. If you don't have a hooded dryer, you can always use a blow dryer. For the rest of the day, after this 45 minutes, I just left my hair uncovered until it was nighttime, when I used a silk scarf and went to bed. This is the next morning, and before I take out the perm rods and the braids, I like to add oil to my scalp. The oil just helps to smooth the hair even more, and it helps to prevent frizz during the takedown process. You can use any oil that you like. I am using the Haitian Black Castor Oil by Creole Essence. Before I take out the perm rods, I also like to add a little oil to my fingertips. And again, this just helps with the takedown process and eliminating frizz. As I take down the perm rods, I just go in that same corkscrew motion to remove the perm rod. I don't just pull it out. It's important to kind of follow the pattern of the curl as you're taking down the perm rods. Now that all the perm rods have been removed, I add just a little bit more oil to my fingertips, and I rub that all over the hair. Again, this is just going to help with the takedown process and just to help the hair not to get too frizzy. After I do that, I very carefully and slowly, this clip is sped up, but the actual unraveling of this braid, I do it slowly, again, for the frizz part. I don't want to add any frizz, unnecessary frizz to the hair, and by going too fast and rough, that will add that to my hair. So I just take my time and unravel the braid. So now that the braids are out, I begin to fluff the hair. Y'all, I was feeling my hair at this point. I was feeling the curls, honey. Yes. So I just use my pick and I start at the root and gently, again, this clip is sped up, so it might look a lot rougher than what I'm really doing in real time. But I take my pick and I just kind of fluff at the root to give it a little bit more volume. And then I go to the very end of the curl and gently separate it. I don't separate every single curl, just a little, because the hair, well, at least my hair, is going to naturally get bigger throughout the days and the week anyway. So I don't like to separate too much because that frizz will start to show up on your girl. So I don't manipulate it too much, just a little bit here and there to get a little bit more volume. So here's just a close-up of the hair. My hair has movement, bounce, shine, great definition, and zero flakes. I told y'all that mousse is the bomb. Trust me, get your hands on it, okay? So yeah, the hair is has a lot of volume. I did go back and fluff the back a little bit more because it had like a little part back there. So I did fluff the back a little bit more, but that is how the curls turned out. So yes, y'all, that is how I achieved these curls. Super easy hairstyle, super easy to do, right? And the results, honey, the results are fire. Yes. Ooh, I love my curls. I rarely wear my hair out, but when I'm feeling a little curly, honey, I gotta go ahead and bring them out, okay? I hope this video was helpful. I hope you picked up some tips real quick. If you're wondering how I maintain my hair, so at night I just pineapple my hair up. I use a satin scrunchie, but I don't know what I did with my satin scrunchie, so I'm just going to use this for now because it's really wide. And all I'll do is just pineapple my hair all the way to the top like that, all of it up, and then I'll just put this on here. I don't twist it. I literally just put it on there one time. And then I'll tie my hair down with my satin scarf and I'll go to sleep, honey. And then in the morning, I'll take the scarf off and the little scrunchie out, and I'll give my curls a shake. Sometimes they're a little flat, so I'll, you know, use my pick to push it back out, or fluff it back out, I should say. If I'm having a lot of frizz, I'll go in with my mousse, put a little mousse on my hand and like tame any frizz that I have. If I have a curl that's really just like doing its own thing, I'll put a little mousse on my hand or my fingers, and then I'll go through that curl and kind of just wand it back down over my finger to smooth it back out. And yeah, that's pretty much all I do. Now, I can rock these curls for about a week. After that, it's pretty much done. As far as me wearing it straight down like this, I usually can do maybe 2 days. And then after that, the curls are looking a little different. So I'll do styles like half up, half down, ponytails, whatever the case may be. But these curls are very much so versatile, and it'll get you at least a week. You probably can maybe push it a little bit longer, but I usually go a week before I switch it up. But yeah, you all, let me know what you think. Let me know if you try it. It's super easy to do. And yeah, leave me a like down below. Talk to me down below, and I will catch you in another video. Bye.